Public Hygiene Lets Us Stay Human, otherwise known as PHLUSH, was founded in the Pacific Northwest as a way to advocate for public bathroom access and advocacy. It's a group that we've been affiliated now here in Cincinnati, CincyPHLUSH, and we're here today to talk about bathroom access. My name is Jason Happ. I'm one of the co-founders of CincyPHLUSH, and I suffer from irritable bowel syndrome. Irritable bowel syndrome affects up to 15% of the population, which means there's 120,000 people in Hamilton County who have this condition. And it means that when we need to go to the bathroom, we need to go. But you don't need to have a condition to understand how important toilet accessibility is. It is something that all of us have a right to and should be able to have access to. My son, Jacob, is also one of our co-founders. He couldn't be here today, but he wanted to speak on behalf of Generation Z. And he says, as a member of Generation Z, I see PHLUSH as essential to the future of my generation and generations to come. I believe we live in a very dangerous point in time, with young people struggling more and more with debt from student loans and the rich becoming progressively richer. A dangerous precedent may be on the horizon, where basic necessities beyond bathroom access are seen as something an individual has to work for rather than being a basic human right. I see PHLUSH as a stepping stone to teach young people in our society that basic needs aren't something you have to pay for, but rather what they truly are, a necessity. The truth is that the young people are watching us as we lead through politics, as we lead through our city, and as my son just articulated, they're watching. Are we going to take steps to make sure that the most basic needs are met for our neighbors, for our citizens? And we have a new opportunity now where we can install more public restrooms like the one behind me, giving people the access that they need. To speak more on this topic, let me introduce Justin Jeffrey, another one of our co-founders.
Thank you. It's great to be here for this important thing that we're doing here, because this is important to everybody. Everybody can relate to this issue. Everybody has to use public restrooms sometimes, and we need to have more access available for people. One of the reasons that we invited the Better Bus Coalition to be a part of this coalition is because we believe that with the big investment that the county has done when voters passed Issue 7 in 2020, it created new investment for our transit system, and now with the stimulus money that we have from the federal government, the city and the county have the means to do big things like installing more public restrooms, and we are strategically teaming up with the Better Bus Coalition, and we would like to see more public restrooms along our bus routes and bus stations. And as we see this new investment coming online on our bus system, the president of the Better Bus Coalition, Cam Hardy, could not be here today, but he will be sending us a statement. And right now I would like to introduce Josh Spring, the executive director of the Homeless Coalition.
Real cities have public restrooms. The fact is, just like the child book told us, everybody poops. Everybody has to use the bathroom, usually multiple times a day. The number of times I have been in a meeting where folks, primarily corporate folks, are complaining about where other people use the restroom outside, it's more times than I would care to remember. And always the answer is, well, how about we build restrooms? You know, there are folks that come from these stadiums and come from these bars that are walking back to their cars, and then you need to use the restroom, and they use it outside because there's no dignified option. And then that gets blamed on folks that we serve. The fact is, we all need it. It's the one universal common thing. We all need sleep, we all need a home, and we all need a restroom. And it's cheap. These don't cost much. The city of Cincinnati spent $2 million to allow people to eat in the street. $2 million to benefit businesses so people can eat in the street, yet we don't have enough public restrooms. It makes no sense. So let's have our city council put some money into something that we all need, not just a few of us. We need public restrooms. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh, and we want you to join us in this movement for change. You can go to our website, www.cincy.phlush.org. Anything else, Jason?
Thank you to everyone who was able to come out today. We really appreciate your support.